Hi, I'm Sierra.
And I'm Alan.
Welcome to our channel, Runaway Road Dogs, where we show our van adventures with our 4 dogs. If it's your first time here, please subscribe.
Today we'll be sharing the process of how we chose our house on wheels.
Van or schooly?
We chose a van. Did we make a mistake? To give you the full picture of the process, we got to really start from the beginning. When we first started out, we were looking kind of like Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that, Craigslist actually, and looking for vans that we might be able to buy because we had a little chunk of money from selling the truck and selling some things. So we thought maybe do that. And then what we found was we couldn't find anything that was layout that would fit what we were looking for. Most of them didn't have bathrooms or even showers. We kind of wanted maybe both. So we couldn't really find anything that fit that layout, so we decided to go the custom van route. We actually found a place in Colorado that was really cool. A really good company that did a really good job.
The designs were just beautiful. Like, their vans are super cool looking.
They use sprinters, so that's kind of what we were interested in because like you get a lot of cool options about the right size. Yeah, so we really liked it.
They did the shower, like the wet baths and stuff, which is like one of the key things we wanted, and had the, obviously the open back and everything. And
and everything was perfect. And then we got the quote back for the build out, and just the build out alone was $102,000. And that's just a lot more than we had. And you can't really get that financed. In some ways you can finance that final price of the van, but with that, it's so much more expensive than if you would have just built it yourself, obviously, or even did what we ended up doing.
So after that disappointing news, we knew we needed to go in a more affordable direction, and that is when we happened across Skoolie life, which was very similar to van life, but a little more affordable.
A lot more affordable.
We came across a lot of options that kind of fit what we were looking for in a build. It had the bathroom. Some of them had just like a back door, or a lot of them had like the handicap door.
Yeah, double bonus door.
You had the double doors. We loved that. Thought that was super cool. That was another kind of must for us. Besides having the bathroom, was having some way to open up the back where the bed was, and we found that in a lot of shuttle buses and short buses was kind of what we were looking at. We wrote off the long buses because we really wanted something smaller.
We want to be able to get to national parks, and there's like a 25-foot limit, and a lot of these shuttle buses and mini buses or mini schoolies are 25 exactly, so you can sneak those in.
They fit that bill, and you're able to get in. And so we actually found one very close to where we live that we went up and looked. The pictures online were like, wow, this is perfect. It had everything we were looking for.
It actually had off-road tires and was lifted, so you could get to places really cool. It was really awesome.
They'd taken it to a bunch of national parks and had no trouble.
And had a bathroom and a shower in it. Used
it off-grid as well. That was another thing. It had solar panels. Being eco-friendly was a big thing, a big want for us as well. So everything kind of checked off on our list, so we're like, let's go look at it. We took it for a test drive, and man, that thing was really loud. We do have 4 dogs. One of them has super high anxiety, and loud sounds is a big trigger for him, and I was just picturing him in it. And also I wasn't able to be in the front with Alan.
It's kind of like a love seat, like a makeshift love seat.
I had to be in the back.
And it just it was very rattly, and just stuff felt like maybe it would rattle loose, or it had kind of rattled loose since they'd built it, because they had kind of built it out, or some random guy had built it. It wasn't built by a factory or Winnebago, a professional company. It was kind of a one-man job. And then Alan definitely did his due diligence by looking under the bus. We don't know much about that. I definitely don't know anything about that. I watched some YouTube videos, and I learned that you need to check the undercarriage, make sure that at least it doesn't look sketchy. And it looked very sketchy. And there's actually leaks that were not huge leaks, but they were just dripping. And I asked the guy about it, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't even realize those were there." And I was like, "Well, they are." And it's kind of concerning. And he's like, "Well, it shouldn't be too much to fix." But they weren't willing to even lower the price for me finding that, and I found a bunch of rust.
Or fix them.
Yeah, and he didn't want to fix it. And he was a mechanic, so I thought that was kind of weird that he didn't notice that stuff. So we just decided to go with more of the factory built route, so that we would know that it was built right, and then the dealership was actually standing behind it with a warranty.
The other thing is, this bus was like, you may not know this, but with a bus you cannot get a loan for that. They will not do that, so you do have to pay it 100% cash, and this bus was like at our very highest limit of what we would be able to afford, so it'd be putting all of our money into it, and it did not have like an air conditioner and a few of the things that what we ended up with does have. So. Yeah,
and you put all your money into something, and if something happens, then you know it's gone. So at least this way we had people to talk to and to help us out if we needed something.
Yeah, which leads us to what we did end up finding that kind of led us back to the vans, except for not custom vans, actually like Class B vans. And so we started looking at that as options.
Like a Class B RV. Yeah, so I didn't even know, but Winnebago actually makes Class B RVs. They're just technically, they're built on like 2500, 3500 extended Sprinter chassis, Mercedes, and they're actually built the exact of what we wanted, with the doors opening up perfectly. There's a nice garage that you'll see in the video that opens up and has all of our stuff stowed away. It's absolutely perfect, and like we said, it was bought at a dealership with people that knew how it worked, with a factory that built everything. And like if we ever need like replacement parts of anything, all we have to do is go online and order it. Or if we happen to be around a Winnebago, we can pop in. A lot of times they have little stuff here and there. So just really accessible parts, and the quality name of Winnebago just standing behind it for 100 years doesn't hurt. So.
Yeah. And then also obviously going through a dealership, you're able to get financing through them, huge. So you don't have to pay it all up front. You can do a deposit and then finance through them. So that was
so for this we're paying like a quarter of what our rent was. So
our rent was about $2,000, and this is gonna be about $600. So it'll be super
under
cheap,
$600. So.
Under $600.
Yeah. Very affordable, and has exactly what we want in it. Nothing more.
So let's I'll kind of talk about some of the things that we were looking for that this did check the list off. So one, we talked about with the bus not having that front passenger seat. I do like to be in the back with the dog sometimes, but I do like to have the option to be up with Alan, talking with him, looking at things together. So
you can see where we're sitting right now. This is literally, we have multiple spots. So we have the front 2 spots. We have this love seat that actually has 2 more seat belts, and then the bed in the back, obviously, where you can kind of safely lay. So there's multiple locations for her, and then the other one, it was really just that one seat, because the bed was kind of like bouncy and creaky though, but it was kind of bouncy. So this has a bunch of different spots.
Yeah, and then like we said earlier, it has the wet bath, so the shower, indoor shower and toilet. A must for us was to have a separate room for the toilet, not to just be out in the open. So we love that about this. And then it does have the dual TVs, so the one up front and the one back in the bedroom, which was not like a must or a need, but is definitely a bonus for us.
Along with having the wet bath and the indoor shower, it actually has an outdoor shower as well, that connects really nice and is hot and cold water. And it actually works really good because we can shower off with it if we're dirty. We can wash our dogs with it. And we can even do the dishes with it without even having to bring anything dirty into the RV. So it works out really nice to just keep the inside nice and clean. Have multiple options to, we have the sink, and then we have the sink in the bathroom, and then we have the outside. So a lot of options to kind of wash stuff off too. So really nice.
Do also, you mentioned the outdoor cooking. We do also have indoor cooking that we have yet to use yet. So we'll keep you posted on that. But we do have a 2-burner stove inside as well that we can use.
So after staying in our van for a few nights, we've kind of come to the conclusion that I think we made the right choice. We've already driven it, already driving it back from Oregon, we drove 1,200 miles and averaged almost 18 miles per gallon, which in the buses, it was only supposed to be 8 to 10, so that's huge. And then the ride is so smooth. Actually, Bentley, our little dog that's super scared, loves it, and he just sits out the window and just watches as we go.
Put a little clip in
here.
If
you check out our Instagram, there's a nice reel of him just enjoying his solitude.
He loves it.
So yeah, it's super smooth. The dogs love it. It gets great gas mileage. We can cook indoors, outdoors. Everything just is nice. There's tons of storage. Just super well built. I think we made the right decision, and we'll keep updating you with that. But we'll see.
Yeah, we still have a few systems to try. So we haven't tried the indoor shower. I mentioned we hadn't tried the stove yet. So there's still a few things before we do our full review of the Winnebago era. But we definitely think we made the right choice in van over schooly. We hope this video gave you a better idea of which life is best for you, van life or schooly life. If it did, please give it a thumbs up. Comment below what your deal breaker would be.
If you remember, ours were having at least like a separate wet bath area and having like doors that open up to like a spectacular view.
Yeah, so comment what yours would be down below. Share with a friend you think would like it, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And always remember to leave Earth better than you found it.
Oh, hey, what are you doing?
Oh, just fishing and looking at the sunset.
What?
Animal Crossing. Close your eyes. Yes, it worked! Got a big one!